When the attractive forces are balanced by the repulsive forces between nuclei and electrons, a chemical bond is formed between atoms. When outer shell electrons come close enough to each other to interact and rearrange themselves into a more stable arrangement, a chemical bond is formed. To form covalent bonds, the atoms share their electrons with the other atoms to be stable. Each atom needs 8 valence electrons to be stable. For example, chlorine has 7 electrons in the outer shell. It shares one of 7 electrons with other chlorine atom to make itself stable. When the atoms are stable, then the covalent bonds are formed. H2 shares one pair of electrons with other hydrogen to form a single covalent bond. Take a look at O2. When the atom shares 2 pairs of electrons, then the double covalent bonds are formed. 2 oxygen molecules shares 2 pairs of electrons with each other. This is how the double bonds are formed. When the atom shares 3 pairs of electrons, the triple covalent bonds are formed. For example, the CO. The carbons and oxygen shares 3 pairs of electrons together. Fluid structures can be constructed for covalently bonded molecules. They are very useful in illustrating how each atom shares electrons to obtain outer shell of 8 electrons. As a covalent bond consists of a pair of bonding electrons between the 2 atoms involved, dots between the atoms represent a bond, while pairs of dots represent non-bonding pairs of electrons. For example is CO2. Carbon has 4 valence electrons and each oxygen has 6 valence. By sharing electrons, they have the full outer shell. Another example is H2O. Each hydrogen has 1 valence electrons and oxygen has 6 valence electrons.
By sharing electrons, they have the full outer shell.
The Lewis structure can show ions as well. Take a look at hydroxide ion. Oxygen has 6 valence electrons and hydrogen has 1 valence electron.
Their electrons sum up to 7 electrons, so they gain 1 from another atom.
By putting -1, each atom now has full outer shell. Another example is ammonium ion. Nitrogen has 5 valence electrons and each hydrogen has 1 valence electron. Because they have 9 electrons, they lose 1 electron. Now each atom has full outer shell. Thank you for traveling with us to the world of covalent bonding. See you next time.